So today we are going to see about functions. We have seen about variables and then data types and then how the memory will be allocated we have seen. So today we are going to see about functions. So what is a function and how it is used? That's what today's session is about. So let me open a package. Right click on the source folder, go to new, then packages. Here I'll give it as functions. Okay, functions are also called as methods. Okay, it can be called in different ways, functions or methods. Both are same. Okay, both are useful to create some implementation details. Okay, both are used to create some implementation details. What is implementation details? All those things we will see in detail in upcoming classes. Okay, so what this will do, so first I'll right click new, I'll create print weekdays. I'll have so I'm gonna print sizzle Monday, sizzle Tuesday, sizzle Wednesday, sizzle Thursday, sizzle Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then I'm gonna print sizzle this dashes. Then again I'm gonna print this sizzle okay, this is what I'm gonna print. Okay, so when you right click, when I run as Java application, can you see it's going to print me Monday to Sunday and then dashes and then again Monday to Sunday and then Monday to Sunday like this. Okay, so totally 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll have one more time. So 25 times is going to print me like this. So what's happening if you see this 7 steps has been used for 5 times. Okay, that means 35 lines of code is coming for that. Okay, so think over if it's a big scenario. Okay, okay, think over if it's a big scenario. 200 lines of code is there which has been repeated for totally 5 to 10 times over there. What will happen? 2000 lines of code will come. So obviously the performance will be decreased if you have a number of lines of code in your system. Okay, that's the problem. So how to rectify that? With help of functions we can do that. How can be done? That's what we're going to see right now.
Are we doing a for loop?
For loop, actually what, that is also one way, but the thing is actually what, if you see here, these are all different steps in between. Can you see?
Oh, Yes. Yeah.
So for loop again will be a problem. If there is no steps Monday to Sunday continuously, if I'm going to print it for actually what 5 times, for loop will be helpful. Yes, correct. Okay, but this time we have to use the help of functions. Get it?
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So how to do that? We'll see. Right click, new class. I'll go functions. Allow me main function. So this is my main function which will be executed. So right now here these 7 lines is what to be executed multiple times. Okay, so main is also a function. Okay, like that I need to write another function. So how a function will be written means, okay, void method 1. Okay, this is the function name. This is called as a return type. Okay, how it can be used, we'll see. Okay, always function should be written with this parenthesis. Okay, then your these steps. Okay, this is how we have to use it. So how to use it, we'll see. So right now, okay, these what are the steps I need to print from Monday to Sunday? This is the thing. Okay, always functions will have a return type, but void in that will not have a return type. So but it will have a return statement. Okay, it cannot return any value. Void means it cannot return any value, so it needs a return statement here. That's the thing. Clear? So Monday to Sunday I have here. Now I'm gonna write it. See, so we have written this. Now I have my main function here. So we will. What I need to do first, I need to print this Monday to Sunday. So if I call this method, this will print me this Monday to Sunday. So how to call that method? So same as like variables, okay, your functions also will be static or non-static. Okay, so if you give a keyword called static, it's a static function. If you don't have a keyword called static, okay, it's a non-static function. That's it. Okay, so how it can be, if it's a non-static method, I need to create an object. So functions obj1 equal to new functions. Then I can give obj1 dot, then method 1. Can you see? When I give this obj1 dot, you can see a lot of functions are coming. In that, can you see these are all the class names from where we are getting that? Okay, functions is there. From there we have this. That's the only thing. Clear, guys? Okay, I'll have this. Then next actually what's happening over there right now for me, this will print me Monday to Sunday. So we'll see whether it's printing. Right click, run as Java application. See, Monday to Sunday is printing.
I have one question.
Yes, sure.
So if a method has a void, I thought that means it won't. It's not a return type, right?
Sorry, come again.
If a method is labeled void, if it's like void method, then it doesn't have a return type, right?
Correct. It does not return any value. So that's why I have a return statement, but I'm not returning any value.
Okay, so what's the purpose of that line?
It's not mandatory. Okay, you can have a return statement or you don't want to have a return statement. It will not throw you any error. Okay.
Okay.
That's the only thing. Okay, I'll come back to this void, integer, double, all those return types now.
Okay.
Okay. So now next. So obj1 dot method 1 we got. So this one. Then next step, what we have to do, we have to print this. Okay. So what I will do, I'll copy all these things here. Okay. First we are able to print this thing. Okay. Then I'll copy all these things. So now what will happen? I need to print this. Next step is what? These 7 lines. Instead of that, I am going to put this. Getting? Then these dashes. For everything for these steps, I'm going to replace that. Can you see? I have replaced it. So right now, totally a program which is of actually 46 lines of code, what we have done means we have reduced this to half of it. That's the thing. Okay, and one more thing is actually what performance is increased on this one, because if you write more lines of code, the performance will be decreased there. So instead of that, when we have it like this, so things will be easier for us. Okay, so it will be so easy that actually what our performance will be good here. That's the thing. Okay, now when we run this, the same output what we expected there, the same thing we will get here also. Can you see? Monday to Sunday, then this dashes, then Monday to Sunday the stars, then Monday to Sunday ampersand, Monday to Sunday dollars, then Monday to Sunday. Okay, why functions are used means, okay, in order to make it program in a simpler mode. Okay, we need to write the programs in a simpler mode. That's the main thing. Okay, and then also following a standard procedure. So we need to follow the standard procedure. So when there are multiple lines of code that will be repeated in our program, it's always better to use the functions, so that our programs, sorry, we will be in a and we will be using everything in a handy mode. That's our thing. Clear? Any questions so far for this? We will see some more examples. Anyone has questions on this program right now?
Hi Mulli, I had one query here.
Yeah, hi Magul.
Yeah, can we call the main method into another class main method?
No, we cannot call the main function like that. It will be a executable function. We
Okay.
cannot call it separately.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So now next. Okay, so we have seen how to write a function. Okay, now we'll see the return types. Functions return type is what we are going to see right now. So how a function will be written? Okay, so how a function will be written? Normally void and then method one. This is what my function name. Correct? So I told you method one is the function name. Always functions will have with parentheses. Okay, and void is the return type. Correct? So if I want to call this one, so for example, I have method one. So if I want to call this one first, it's a check. Need to check whether it's a static or non-static. If it's a non-static, I need to create an object for it. obj1 equal to new functions return type. Okay, I have created it. Now I'm gonna do obj1 dot then method one. Correct? Now I'll right click run as Java application. See, method one is printed. So next I'll have another method. Okay, I want to have another method. See, void method one again. So what will happen right now? It becomes as a duplicate. Okay, I cannot have a method with the same name, because variables can we have duplicates? No, it will throw a duplicate error. Okay, so already it's present, because it will become a conflict right now. In the same memory, I cannot have two memory locations with same. Okay, two functions or two variables with the same name. Okay, it will throw me an error, so I need to change it. Method 2. Now if I want to call this method, obj1 dot method 2. Okay, always names should be unique. Okay, another one. Then I will have another method. So right now it's void. Okay, I want to have a different return type. What is this return? I told you void means you can have a return statement, but you don't want to return a value. I told you, correct? You can have a return statement, but you cannot return a value. Correct? So same thing. If I give it as integer, can you see? I'll make it as method 3 because it should not be a duplicate, right? That's the thing. Okay, method 3. Then still it's throwing me error. What is the problem means? If I have, apart from void, integer, double, string, that is any of the data types, okay, boolean or anything, I need to return that value. So if it is integer, I need to return an integer value. If I don't have this, can you see, it will throw me an error. If I mouse over, add return statement, otherwise change the type of method to void. Now we'll add the return statement. See, return, and then 0 is what? The default value of integer. So that's why it will keep that. Okay, return 10 I'll give. If I want to call this method, obj1 dot method 3. Can you see? For the first two things it's showing void, the next one, this one is showing as integer. That means it's showing, it's saying that actually what? Integer is a return type of it. Okay, you can use it, that's fine. Obj1 dot method 3. Clear? So this one is going to return a value. What we are going to do with that? That's what we are going to see. See, right click, run as Java application. Method 3. Okay, it prints method 1 when I call this, method 2, method 3. It prints, but it's going to return me a value here. Okay, what we are going to do with that? That's what we are going to see. How to capture that means so simple. Okay, what value it's going to return? It's a integer. So I can have capture that information in an integer variable. So it is same as like that you're doing. Integer a is equal to 10 you're doing, right? Same thing. Here what will happen right now for me, obj1 dot method 3 will go and call me this method. Then after that, it's going to, after execution, it's going to return me a value called 10. Okay, that will come here as like this, 10. Then that will be stored under the integer variable a. Now if I print it, the value of a will be 10. Can you see? Everyone understood, guys? Anyone has any questions on this?
So my question is, what is the difference between a regular function and the return type function? In that
the regular functions, actually, if you see, it cannot return any value to the place wherever it is called. For example, I'm calling this obj1.method1, which is of void return type, but I cannot return any value. Can you see? 10 throws an error. If I mouse over, you can see. Okay. Sorry. If I mouse over.
Yeah, I see.
Just a second. See? Change the return type to integer, otherwise change to return alone. That means I cannot return any value here. Okay, but during the execution, I'm expecting some value from the method. So in real time, how we will be using it means, okay, for example, in Selenium, I'm going to read an information from the Excel sheet. What will happen? We will have a method to read the Excel sheet information. After reading, it will capture actually what one data from the Excel sheet. For example, if this is my Excel sheet, for example, if this is my Excel sheet, what should happen right now? It should go on. If I call that method, it will go and read the information one by one. Name QA Murali, QA lead Cisco. Sanjana, QA engineer, 12 December 2015. Rishi, automation engineer, Mindtree. So like that, it goes and reads the information. Getting? So now the information is Once I read, that information should be passed to me. So we will call a method. That method will go and read the information from the Excel sheet, and then the return value is what? Is a string. So I will be having a method like this. See, return type is what? String. So string read from Excel. Okay. When I call this, it's going to read from the Excel sheet. Okay, this is so reading from my Excel sheet. It's going to print. Then it's going to return a string value. For example, I'll just now, as of now, I'll give a string. So here actually usually we will have a code to read from the Excel sheet and then return me the value which is been which we got from there. That's it. Clear? That answers your question, Shariza?
Yeah, and then so a regular function will not have any return, right?
Correct. If we don't want any return type, we should have it as a void. Getting? If you don't want anything to be returned, make it as a void so that we will be getting those things.
Okay.
So clear? Understood?
No. Like in the previous thing, you had when you were creating the object for the void method, right?
Yeah.
Just regular functions. Then that is just functions instead of functions underscore return type to create that. So why is that different?
Which one? Can you tell me the line?
Okay, so right under the main method, it says functions. Line number 6, right? So that's just functions. And the next one, the one you had, the second one you did was functions underscore return type. So what's the difference between calling it when you create the object? Because on line 6, you're creating the object,
Correct.
right? So in line 6, what is the difference when would you put line 6? And then if you go to the next Java, which is functions underscore return, if you go to that one. So what is the difference? Yeah, and then what is the difference between line 6 there and line 6?
That's okay. So what is my class name here? Functions underscore return type.
Right.
If I want to create an object for this class, I need to give functions underscore return type obj1 equal to new functions underscore return type. Correct?
I see. Okay, yeah, of course. Right.
Okay, here also I'm creating an object. Here the name of the class is what? Functions. So functions obj1 equal to new function. The final thing is always objects will be referring with class names, correct? So new class name will create me an object. Object name is obj1 and this is a reference, the same class name.
I see. Okay, right. Okay.
Now your question is answered, right?
Yes, thank you.
Good. Okay, thank you.
Hi Murli.
Hi. Yes, Mukul.
Yeah, we can if we don't want to return anything, but we can use int or a string, whether we are not storing that value into any variable.
That is you.
I want to say that here object1 dot method 3. If I'm not storing the value in int a, then it will okay, right?
Yeah, that's right. If you are not storing, okay, it's like actually one. Okay, so we'll have one more thing. obj1 dot method 3. One second, I'll call. Okay, we can call the methods n number of times, correct? So right now here also it's going to call me this method 3. Okay, it's going to print.
Yes. But it will not store the 10 value in any variable.
Correct. The value will come here, but I'm not going to capture it. That's all.
Yes. Yeah. So is there any memory allocation difference between void and int? That is why we used void.
It's like memory allocation. It's not. The concept is what means void means I don't want to return any value. It's not mandatory for me to have the return statement also, because anyway it's known information that I don't return anything. So that's why it's not mandatory. But if it is apart from what, integer, double, string, Boolean, anything you have, we need to return a value for sure. If it is integer, I should return integer value. If it is double, I should return a double value. Can you see? If it is Boolean, I need to return a Boolean value, true or false. Okay, so I'm returning here true, but here I cannot capture it as a integer. So I should have Boolean, because the value which is going to be returned here is what? Boolean type. So I need to store it into a Boolean variable only. That's the thing. Clear, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Any questions for anyone on understanding this functions return type? Clear for everyone? Okay.
So I have one question.
Yeah, please tell me.
So so because now it's returning the value true, right? Now
Yes.
in the Boolean method 3, if you said now sys out, can you print that value out, and then not having to create then you don't have to do 9, you can just do like line 10 with method 3, right, or something?
Good. Yes, good one. So right now, what Shirisa is trying to say is, so right now I'll be calling. Okay. So I'll just print like this. I'm gonna call obj1 dot method 3. I'm gonna call this. Then, so instead of capturing the information in a variable and then after that printing, I can also do like this. So, okay, inside that one, I can give obj1 dot method 3. So what this is going to do means, this will go and call me the method 3, prints me method 3, and then the return value is what? True. So that true will come here. Now value which is will be there will be true. Now system.println true will print me true here also. See, I click run as Java application. Method 3. Then after that, the value true has been returned here. Then I'm storing it here.
Yeah. So I have one question. So if in real time when we're actually testing, then we would want to do it like you just did on line 13, right? To save space, because that just took out 2 lines of code.
Correct. Yes. So usually it depends on how we need it. Okay. So if I need it in a way that actually what I just want to print the values alone. Okay. That time I'll be using it like this. Okay. So if I want to capture it and then I need to use it in the subsequent lines of my program, I'll be capturing it in a variable. So how I need it, based on that we should use it. Understood?
Yes. Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay, guys. So next, can we go to the next program? Okay. So next, now we are going to talk about method overloading or function overloading. So method overloading or function overloading. So what is this method overloading and function overloading is? So for example, I have a method void method 1. Okay, can I have a same method? Okay, can I have a method with the same name? So method 1 is going to print. So method. So I cannot have a same name. Even if I change it to a different return type, then also see if I'm returning the value, then also this will not return it. Okay, it will be a duplicate only. So, but I can overload the method. That is, if I give integer a or double a, any data type when I give, what will happen right now? That will take it. That's only clear. So integer or double, I can give it informations here. That's the only thing. Okay, so now next, how to call this? That's the main thing. Okay, I'll again make it to void so that there won't be any confusions, easy to understand. I'll have another method, void method 1. So this one actually what? If I give it as string a, see, this is defined as a different method. So each and every method is defined in a different way. So again, I'll have this one. I'll make it as integer a comma double b. That is, I can pass multiple arguments also. These things are called as arguments. I can have multiple arguments also. Okay. Then void method 1. Here I can just give integer and double. So that I can also give boolean a. I'll just give here double argument method 1, string argument method 1, integer and double argument method 1, boolean argument method 1. So right now we are also passing some values over here, correct? So those things also can be utilized here. So if I give, I'll just give, I'm just trying to make it in an easier way to understand. That's it. If I give here plus a everywhere, plus a plus a plus space plus b, this one also plus a, I'm gonna give it this. Now when I run it, so right, okay, sorry, I have returned it, but still now I have not called anything. If I can call, so I'll create an object, obj1 equal to new method overloading, obj1 dot, can you see when I type it, can you see method 1 boolean a, double a, string a, integer and double a. So which one we need? I'll type m, so I'll get those things. So first I'll call this method, enter obj1 dot method 1 boolean a. So this one right now I want to call this double, for example. Okay, if I want to call this double, so I need to pass a double argument 10.30 obj1 dot method. I want to call this boolean. So for example, I'll keep this. So I'll give true or false. That we call that obj1 dot method 1. So double we already called. So string in a to value. Hello. obj1 dot integer and double argument. So first I need to pass an integer value, then I need to pass a double value. So 10 comma 20.40. Can you see? This is how all the methods can be called. Clear for everyone? Anyone has any questions so far? Okay, so now I'll run this. Right click, run as. See, first obj1 dot method 1, it's calling me method 1. Void method 1 double e is there. So right now the thing is obj1 dot method 1 10.30. That means what? It matches with the double argument. So this will be called. So double argument method. Okay, then when I give 10.30, that 10.30 stores here. Okay, then after that it's going to print me that value 10.30, that is 10.30 does not have a value, so that has been shorted. Then obj1 dot method 1 true. So right now comes here to boolean. So boolean argument method 1 true. Then obj1 dot method 1 hello here. So what will happen? That will call the string argument method 1 a. So that will print this. Then obj1 dot method 1 10 comma 20.40. So integer and then double integer and double argument method 1. So a is what? 10 a space then 20.4. That will be printed. Answer please. Anyone has any questions so far? Any questions?
Maybe I have a question.
Yeah, yes, Sanjana.
So basically, like it starts executing, the program starts to execute from the main function, right? So
Correct.
like once it comes to like obj dot method 1 in the brackets it's 10.30, so it will identify that it is a double value and it will go to the double like
Argument function.
double. Is it like that?
Yes.
That's what it goes.
Perfect.
Okay.
So based on the value which I'm passing, okay, that will go and call the specific overloaded function. So right now here, if you see, I have integer, double, string, boolean, all those things. So right now I'll just pass a character. So obj1 dot method 1. Okay, here I'll pass x. Okay, so right now we'll see. Right now, actually, what the character is not here, but the thing is actually what it will call something. We'll see. Right click, run as Java application. Can you see when I call this one x? So what the last one is printing? Just a second, sorry. Just a second, sorry. So right click, run as Java application. 120.0 double argument method is called. Just a second. Okay, sorry. It's taking the ASCII value. Okay, it goes and that takes the ASCII value of that. Okay, so okay, these things we'll see later. So right now, I'll comment the string, these things. Can you see now it will throw me an error? Can you see if I don't match with anything, that arguments are not matching with anything, that time it will throw me an error.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand.
Yes,
One
Shailesh.
question?
Yeah, please.
So I understand that, but when you put X, then why didn't it throw you an error? Because there's no character.
What's happening means we have an ASCII value operation. Okay, so for each and every every character, there is an ASCII value is there. So what will happen? It's taking that ASCII value over there. So if you see, okay, right now I just don't want to show and confuse you. So
Yeah.
I'll just show you right now. Can you see? These are the ASCII values of each and everything.
Oh,
Okay.
I see. Okay.
So what's happening means it's taking that ASCII value. So when I give X, it gives me 120.0.
Oh,
okay.
I see. Okay.
When I give A, it gives me 97.0.
Oh, okay.
Can you see? That's what it has been taken. Okay, these things and all right now
So we have to learn all those codes or what?
No. We will not be using these things in our Selenium. Okay.
Yeah.
So these things are, that's why actually I just a little bit I skipped over there because it confuses you as of now. Okay. Just we'll go for the basic normal level and then we'll go for the step by step.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So the information here is what means, so based on the arguments what I'm passing, okay, those specific method which matches with that will be called for us.
I see.
That's what it's going to do. Clear? So now the thing, right now we have got everything. Understood? We have got everything. Now we'll see how the memory is being allocated for each and every program when the calling is happened. Okay, that's what we are going to see. So you guys can we continue, or you just need a 5 minutes break and then we'll execute this program. So I just want to know, because the lengthy we are taking. You guys want a break of 5 minutes and then we'll continue?
Sure. If that doesn't.
Okay, just everyone just ping me, so I'll take the majority. You want a break or we can continue? No break? Cool, sure. Okay, let me continue. Cool, guys. So I'll execute this program. So how the memory is allocated, we'll see. So this program executes what will be my execution. So first it creates me a memory location. Then the memory location name will be this method overloading. Then this is my always first memory which will be created is what? Static pool. So what are the static members we have in this class? Only the main function alone. So I'll write it as of now. Only main is the only static member we have in this program. Okay, so that loads. Then main is the executable function. What will happen? It starts to execute. When it starts to execute, what will happen? It will create me one memory location. So a local memory for main is created. From where the memory is being created, it's created from this place, the static pool. Then my main function starts to execute. So first I'm creating an object, method overloading obj1 equal to new method overloading. So it creates me an object. So what is my object name? It is obj1. Then from where this object is created? From this main function. Correct? Then after that, so all the global members will be loaded into the object. So all the static and non-static members. So what are the static and non-static members we have? First, we have the main function. So that will be loaded. Then after that, we have these non-static members. These are the methods. Okay. So methods and variables, which are all static, non-static, everything will be loaded. Void method 1. Void method 1 double A. String A. String double. Then boolean A. All these things are loaded now. Clear? All these things are loaded right now. Then next. So then next, what will happen right now for me? So these all are been done. Okay. Then next. So for me, program continues. obj1 dot method 1. So first, what's happening? All this objects in that all the members have been loaded. Now the next is actually what it's trying to call me. So obj1 dot method 1. So now what will happen goes to the obj1, method 1 is this. Clear? So it goes and call this. Whenever we are going to call the method, it creates an object for that. Sorry, it creates a memory for that. So a memory for that object is created. So this is what first I'm calling method 1, right? So a local memory for the method 1. It creates. It creates a memory for the method 1. Then next what will happen? Anything will be loaded? No. System.println method 1. That will be executed. Clear for everyone? Anyone else? Any questions so far? So first static pool memory will be created. Then the main function will be loaded into it. Main is an executable function. So it creates a memory for the main. Then next what will happen? It starts to execute the main function. First I'm creating an object. Okay, when I create the object, what will happen? All the global members, it might be static or non-static, everything will be loaded. So now what will happen? So all this methods, okay, members means what? It might be a variable or a method. Everything will be loaded into it. Okay, everything is loaded. Then next what? obj1 dot method 1. So what will happen? It goes to the obj1. Do we have method 1 here? Yes, we have. Now the method 1 starts to execute. So it creates a memory from the object here for this. Okay, then starts to execute this one. Now comes here, prints me method 1. Then once actually method 1 is executed, now what will happen? Control comes from the method 1 to the main function because the execution has been done. Then next, what will happen? The memory will be deleted. By whom? Garbage collector. Then next, void method 1 double A. Sorry, obj1 dot method 1 10.30 goes to the obj1, checks for method 1 which is accepting a double value. So we have, yes, we have. So takes that, creates the next memory. Okay, I'll have it here. Creates the next memory for that. So it creates the next memory. So here, what will happen right now? When it comes over here, double A, it creates a memory. Along with that, it creates double A. The argument we are passing, right? Double A is equal to. So what is the value I'm passing here? 10.30. Correct. So it creates a local variable for that method equal to 10.30 will be created. 10.30 will be created. Understood? So then next what will happen? It will go and call this. So double argument method will be printed. Then after that plus A. So now what will happen? I'm referring with only variable name. So when you refer only with variable name, what will happen? Goes to the local memory. This is the local memory for this one. Do I have A variable? Yes, we have. What is the value of it is? 10.30. 10.30 will be printed. That's everything. Clear? So where this memory has been created means created from the object. Okay. Then once it has been executed, now the garbage collector comes and deletes it. Then control comes here. obj1 dot method 1 true. So again, it's going to create me the next memory location. So it creates method 1 true. So that means what? Which one accepts true? obj1 method 1, the boolean. So creates memory for that. Then next what will happen? Creates a local variable boolean a is equal to. So what is the thing? We are passing true here. So true will be stored here. True will be stored. That's the thing. Okay. So then next what will happen? It goes and calls me this one. So prints me boolean argument method 1. Then the value of a is what for me right now? It is true. True will be printed. True will be printed. Okay. Then next obj1 dot method 1 hello. So what will happen now? Okay, before that, so from where it has been created means it's created from this. Now what will happen? The memory also will be deleted by garbage collector when the execution is done. Each and every time when the execution is done, when it comes out of this method, the memory also will be deleted. Now next obj1 dot method 1 hello. So now can anyone help me on this? So hey, hi Vijay. Can you help me on this? So what will happen now? Hello. Hey, hi Vijay. Hey, hi Vijay Sundar. Can you help me right now? So what will happen when I execute this obj1 dot method 1 hello?
Yeah.
Yes.
So obj method hello1, it will just search for the string value.
Yes. obj1 dot method, and then do we have string here? Yes, we have here. Yes. Then
Yeah, it will create a separate memory location.
yes, it creates a new memory location. Then a memory location will be the local memory for this void method 1 string a. Yes. Then
And it will store the value equal to hello.
correct.
Over there.
String a is equal to the value what I'm passing over here, it is hello. So that hello will be stored now. Equal to hello will be stored. Correct? Yes. Then next, so from where it has been created means it's created from this. Yes. Then next, now what will happen? The memory has been created. Now what should happen?
It should deleted by
it's still it has not executed this one. So now it needs to execute. So string argument method. Then next,
the value equal to hello.
Yeah. So how the search will go? Plus a. Only the variable name, if I'm giving, goes to the local memory. This is the local memory for this method one, correct? These are the local memory for their specific methods. So do we have a variable here? Yes, we have. The value of that one is hello. So hello will be printed. Clear, guys? Understood? Hey, good. Hey, thanks, Vijay. Thanks, Vijay. So now next. Hey, hi, Manisha. Can you execute me this step?
Yes, the very first it will search an obj1.
Correct. Goes to the obj1.
Then it will search for the method 1 integer a double b.
Correct. So do we have? Yes, we have it here. Yes. Then
it will make a new memory location.
Yes, correct. So a new memory location has been created. So the memory location name will be the local memory for this.
It's void method 1.
Yes, correct. Now
then it will search for the
what will happen right now? Creates me two variable.
Yeah.
Integer a
and double b.
Double b. So what will be the value of these two?
It's 10 and 20.40.
Correct. Is equal to. So what is the value we are passing right now? It is 10
10
for the integer.
and
Then
for double it's 20.40.
20.40. Yes, correct.
And then it will go to the void and
Goes to this method. Now it starts to execute the method.
yeah.
Once the memory has been created, then the execution starts. Yes. Now it will print.
Int and double admin method equal to.
Yes, correct. I'll print it. Then
And then the a value.
yes, comes to the local memory here. What is the a value?
It's 10.
10. Then
And then space. And
yes,
then
space. B value is
20.40.
20.40. That's it. Good, super. Okay, now what's happening? Now the execution has been done. Now it comes out of the method. When it comes out of the method, what will happen?
So the garbage
Collector
it will delete the memory. Yeah.
delete the memory. Awesome. Then after that, it comes out of the main function. Now what will happen?
It
Actually,
will go to the.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it will go to the main function.
Yes. Then delete the main function.
Main function.
Yes. Then next, actually, what main is deleted. This object is created from where? From the main only. So that also will be deleted. Then next, entire program is executed, comes out of it, static port, and then this entire memory also will be deleted. By whom?
The garbage.
By the garbage collector. That's it. Hey, awesome. Good. Thanks, Manisha. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone has any questions so far, guys? Everyone understood it? Anyone has any questions so far? Clear for everyone? Okay, so I'm going to give you some assignments. So you can just try that. So now you guys understood about variables and then after that functions both. So I will give on that. So right now the same thing. So that create two static variables, two non-static variables. Then you have to print those in the main function, which I already given. So once again you do that. Then create three local variables. Then print all the variables one by one. Then write a program. One static method, one non-static method. So only thing is what I told you. Static method means what? Extra the keyword called static will come. Sorry. Okay, static method means what? Extra one keyword. So for example, there is a method here, void method 2. If I have, this is a non-static method, so no spaces. Same thing if I give static keyword, is a static method. The only thing is actually what? Static methods you can refer through help of a class name. Non-static methods you can create an object and then you can refer through help of an object name. That's the only thing. Clear? So based on that you have to
Can you explain that again with the static method, please?
nothing. So if you have a keyword called static, okay, it will be called as a static method. If you don't have a keyword called static, it's a non-static method. So non-static methods you can only access through help of objects. Static methods you can refer with the help of a class name. That's how you have to call the method. That's the only difference. Clear? If it's a static method, so how you will call that? So what's your class name? Method overloading. So you will just give method overloading dot, then my method name. Correct? Same thing if it is a non-static method. These are all non-static methods, correct? If I want to call this, what is my object name here? obj1. So obj1 dot method 1. Understood, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I'm trying to say here. Create one static method of void return type. Okay, return type also is important here. So void means no need to return a value. If it is integer or double, you have to return a value. Okay, one static method which is of integer return type. one non-static method which is of double return type. Call all the methods from main function and capture the return values in a variable, and then you have to print it. So we have seen here return type is there, right? So what we did, so we called them in a variable, then we printed it. Okay, the same step I'm asking you to follow. Okay, write a program with a method name as sample, which is a default method, and then the same method name accepts integer argument with return type as void. Accept integer and double argument with return type as double. That means method overloading we saw, right? These are all called as arguments. Okay, so this is a method which does not have any argument. This is a method which accepts double as the argument. This method accepts string as an argument. This method accepts integer and then double as the argument. So then also integer and double, and then return type is double. So that means what is the return type you have to give? Void or double. Okay, based on that you should have. So if it is double means what will happen? You have to have an extra one more statement return that value, a double value, and then you should call it over here and then capture that information in a variable. All those things we have to do. Okay, any questions? Anyone ask? Okay, this one you will be doing it later.
Did you email us the assignments?
Yes. So from today onwards, Shirisha and Manisha, I will be separately mailing for you guys also. Okay. Yesterday's assignment you can just ask Soumya. Soumya will give for you guys.
Okay, thank you.
Good.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So I will actually from today onwards I'll be sending to you every day. To you both. Okay. So okay. So I'll just forward this to you. So make sure you can just try the assignments once so that you will be very clear on whatever we have learned it here for today. Okay. Thank you. Thanks. So tomorrow we'll meet by same time. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye guys. See you.
Okay.